this game ends up going the distance here, simply because... Welcome, ladies and gents, to game number 6 of this potential best of 9. Spawning in the bottom right-hand position, representing Team Liquid.net, the current king of the hill, and enjoying match point at 4-1 up at the moment. It is Bunny. That said, he does not have the momentum going for him right now because we have the pink Zerg in the top right-hand position, winning that last game. A very, very big war of attrition on Secret Spring, but coming out on top. Will he be able to get some momentum together and force his way back into this series? It is myinsanity's Kane. So, Inferno Pools, interestingly, is the map that Kane vetoed first when we did the very, very first set of vetoes. This is game 6, by the way, so game 7 will be Catalina if we require it. But this is Bunny's choice, and Kane got rid of this map straight away. So let's see what ends up happening. I mean, we've got the pool first coming out of Kane here, so he's playing it just a little bit more careful. You can see the distance between the main base and the natural is a lot more than it would be on perhaps some other maps. And then coming down here to grab a third base is all sorts of frightening, because you have this ledge here that Reapers can kind of abuse, and the amount of creep you'd have to spread is just ridiculous. You basically have to spread from the main base coming down here to get here the fastest, but then you still have to worry about the natural expansion coming down to this location as well. It can be a frustrating map to play on for our Zerg players. And Bunny at the moment, well, he spots the Overlord coming from the top location and therefore is going to be recalling that SCV he sent out to scout. And we have got the Reaper coming in. So those back cliffs that allow the Reaper to come inside the base quite easily, I think, are about to get abused by Bunny here. So let's keep an eye for how well that goes for him. You can see he's using them to get out of his base defensively. And it becomes very, very quick for him to move across the map and get inside the base of Kane. And look, there we go, already instantly into the main base. Unfortunately for him, though, the Queen is now out in the main base. The natural expansion has no drones associated with it, and that means this Reaper will be of very, very limited use right now. He's going to have to... Oh! He was one hit away! Did the Queen pull back, or did the Reaper just about manage to get out of range? Either way there, Liquid Bunny... Oh, very, very lucky, in my opinion, to escape with that Reaper's life. And we've got Bob coming in to join Tim now. We can see him there. And, well... Oh, it's a cute little lava thing. I don't know if... They're like lava versions of infestors. I don't even know what those are. But, ooh, transferring the drones could have been a bit of a mistake there. And 2 drones going down in the natural right now to this pair of Reapers. This is a good example of where actually that massive distance of creep not connecting the bases is a little bit of an issue right now. 3 Queens having to deal with 2 Reapers right now. Do we have a 3rd Reaper on the way? We do not. Simultaneously, though, we have a single Zergling finally getting taken out by a Reaper back home. So workers killed. Yes, 2 workers have been killed, but so has 1 over here, because the original SCV building this command center went down while we were watching those Reapers get kited by the Queens there. And it looks like Kane going for a bit of fancy micro with these drones to hopefully corner up these Reapers here. I think a 3rd one's going to be able to join them shortly as well. Let's see what Bunny wants to do with that. A somewhat frustrating map, as you guys can see, to have to deal with these challenges as a Zerg player. But so far, Kane, despite losing 2 workers, is just about okay. Bunny now is going to be transitioning. We have got the Hellion production already started and the 3rd command center. So a very, very familiar sight based off what we've seen so far in this series. We can see the tech lab going down on the barracks as well. So I think this Overlord is going to survive long enough to see if it gets instantly traded for that starport. And I think, yep, Bunny's not even going to try and hide. I was wondering if he was going to wait until the Overlord was dead. Nope, not even interested. The starport does go down. Now, nothing got researched, by the way, at the tech lab. Not yet. So if we do end up seeing a cloak from Bunny, that'll be something that's not known to Kane. But it looks like he's not going for that cloak at the moment. I mean, he's currently still only on 70 gas, so we'll be keeping an eye on it. And meanwhile, back in the Zerg half of the world, Zergling speed now on its way. We have a healthy drone count at 36 versus 30 right now. And Bunny looks like he wants to come in for round 2 here. Kane has to be so careful with how far out these queens go. Seriously, he doesn't want to be losing a couple of them, not after losing some drones as well in the earlier game. He will be able, though, to spread his creep because these units cannot cover the entire area as quickly as he would like. So we'll be able to get some tumors up here. But are we going to see the Terran player maybe sneak by? So we need to be a bit careful. Kane's going for walkies. Kane. Wow, he's going for walkies. Guys, he's going for walkies. He is not caring. We're going with the roaches here. By the way, we have the Balian S behind this as well. It's going to be a Roach Bane bust to try and bring the scoreline back to 4-2. Now, the difficulty with this, by the way, is that there is Ein Banshee. And Ein Banshee is going to be able to stop everything. Unfortunately, there's no cloak. But this is going to end up being a skirmish in the middle of the map by the looks of things. Very, very tricky situation. The Banshee going to try and kite as long as possible. But these queens need to be there to pick off the Banshee. So this all of a sudden has become a Roach Bane bust that is very slow to get across the map. There are the Banelings morphing in. Will Bunny be able to defend against this? Kane's life depends on it. Oh no, there are 2 Banshees now as well. So these queens, I mean, they have to be microed by absolute precision right now to make sure that this attack does not simply fall flat on its face before it gets to Bunny's main base. Very, very tense situation, and not quite picking off one of those roaches, those Banshees. Unfortunately, the queens are going to have to head the charge here. Kane is still absolutely adamant this is going to happen. Look, 14 Zerglings in production. More units are streaming down from back home. But if these 2 queens die, there could be problems, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness, those Hellions could do so much damage and pick off all the Banelings. That could end up being it. And here we go, the Banelings moving in. The first couple of them actually get killed off very, very quickly indeed. The first bunker goes down as well. Second bunker getting surrounded by Zerglings now. There is still a third and a fourth. The fourth has no units in it. Where are the queens? The queens don't appear to be here anymore. They got taken out. It's going to be enough. GG. No queens. The Banshees will take this out. The Hellions are doing too much damage. And Liquid Bunny, by a scoreline of 5-1, dominates, absolutely dominates this edition of the hot seat to win his $300 bounty, increase that prize pool to $375 next week, and he retains that victory over myinsanity's Kane.